Eric, thank you. When Hurricane Ida swept through the area, Crimestoppers was available until the line went silent. Their tip line is now back up and running. CEO and President Darlene Kazanza joins us by phone this morning because she, like many Louisiana residents, evacuated for the storm. And Darlene, your house still doesn't have power. How are you holding up?
That's correct. We don't have power yet in where I am in Metairie, but thankful. I know that everybody's getting power more and more each day, so I really want to thank those people out there, those linemen, and hopefully we'll be next, but we're doing okay.
Great. And calls were coming in during and after the storm, but then you lost phone service. You were even at the East Bank Emergency Operations Center. That must have been frustrating and, of course, just really disheartening at the same time.
It is for us. I mean, you know, we knew after Katrina what type of calls, and actually our line stood up through Katrina. We weren't as lucky this time, but yeah, people were calling us desperately wanting to check on loved ones, and
wow,
we couldn't get through to 911. So it was very, you know, we had to find a radio to get through to somebody to go do that welfare check to make sure they had oxygen or whatever it is they needed. And you know, people definitely were calling in looking for information. And I guess the most important thing is watching the officers work, just like all of us. You know, when the electricity went down, with the water and the sewage, you know, I just cannot say enough about what I experienced with the professionalism and just the concern. And, you know, no one ever stopped. I mean, they were there, they were present, and, you know, it's really amazing. So, you know, thank you to everybody who's out there, and particularly, you know, you guys on the TV, but at law enforcement for being part of that, you know, that safety net. They did their job, and they did it very well.
Well, and thank you to you, too. I know your tip line is for people to report crimes or give you information on crimes, but people were having such a hard time getting through to anyone, 911 and stuff, so I guess they were just calling any numbers they could. So I'm glad you guys could help when the phone services did hold up. So now for tips. Your phones are up, but you still can be spotty?
Yes, they're spotty. They're intermittent. So the 822-1111, some folks are getting through. The office number, which is where you call to check on the status of a tip, that's also, you know, intermittent. So we're telling people use our website because that has never gone down. That's crimestoppersgno.org. At the very top of that, there's a contact or leave a tip screen that you pop on. And then also our mobile app. People were leaving a lot of mobile tips during the whole hurricane and certainly all these days after. And that information, you know, never went down. We're sending that to law enforcement. We're getting responses from law enforcement. I know people have been concerned about looting. We certainly are accepting tips on looting, and law enforcement is responding. And I think probably for us, our school tips, you know, of course the schools that are closed in our area are, you know, obviously not collecting tips, but we work with other areas that were not affected by Ida. So, you know, that never stopped. We're taking that information on and passing it along. And I guess, you know, we're asking people to certainly be to send in information, because whatever we can do, be the eyes and ears for our community, is going to help law enforcement, particularly with the looting issues. But I guess the frustration part was just when you're calling to check on a tip, it's going to take a little bit longer to do that. And then also the reward payments that we had set up for this week, obviously that's going to be pushed back a week or two. But, you know, we'll have a strong presence back hopefully in the next few days, and you know, really encourage people to just continue to be vigilant and, you know, let us know what they see.
All right, Darlene, thank you so very much. We're glad you're doing okay, and I hope you get power back soon.
Thank you. Y'all take care.
You too.